everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, what are we getting up to? This time of the year, you don't really know what you're at. But anyways, what we did do this morning was we dropped the Defender and the Subaru in for testing, so they have to get their vehicle roadworthiness test. So both of them got dropped in this morning. And there's a lorry on his way to drop the sheeting for the shop. So we're going to get him in, get him unloaded, and now the cousin Charlie, he to go off on a bit of an emergency repair for someone. So storm coming, so I'm not really sure how things are going to fare out. They don't really know how bad it's going to be yet, or what the crack is going to be with it. Be very fearful of sunflowers going down and then all the crops getting lodged because there's rain and wind, but fingers crossed it doesn't come too bad. Also will affect the sheets going up, and then that affects then when we open the shop. But the big thing is, sheets are coming. I'll make sure there's space here for getting them in, getting them turned and unloaded, and get the telly and the forks. And yeah, we'll get some sheets off. That has a tidy bit of driving, that. So it was. So anyways, that's him happy out. That was tidy. That's how lorry. Huh? Aye, that's how lorries work. I see the Mad Pig lorry does that as well. So our sheets are here for this bit. So big thanks to Euronit for working with us, formerly known as Tegral. We have went to them for sheeting. They're working with us on the sheeting of the shed. And just for context, the timber shed, so the shed in the middle of the yard that's fallen down, on top of that is Tegral sheeting that was put up 30 years ago, same company, and they're perfect. The shed is falling down, but the sheeting, not a bit of rust, nothing. They are perfect. That was one of the reasons why we were very happy to go with Euronit. So we've all the sheeting, guttering and flashing and all that's coming from them. And then when we do the lean-to, one of the big things with the lean-to is the roof on that. We're going to use their Thermatech heat guard. So it's like the see-through sheeting, but it has some kind of insulation in it. And I've seen them on farm sheds, people building calf sheds and stuff, where they have just the full roof of light. And that's what we're going to be putting on the lean-to when we get that far. But the start is there, so the sheets are here, happy out. We just need Charlie to bang them up. And yeah, we're getting there. Sunflowers that are in the hedge are in bloom anyways. So yeah, hopefully next week, hopefully by Friday, this day next week, we should be open. Fingers crossed. Without any hiccups. It's not very hopeful. Anyways, right, I think I'll go back at Slurry. Or have you anything you want me to do? Broken back last night from Power Harrow, finishing up a job that's where Father Phil and Brendan are gone. They're gone ring rolling it and getting it done. So I'm going to go back to what I was at yesterday. 99, 2,500 gallon tanker, and we're going to get some slurry out. And I got my camera back. Happy days. Plug in my dribble bar, power. So we're going at our own slurry. So yesterday they drew in pig slurry to us. We have the reception pit at home. It's empty. Gone. Done. Finito. The slab tank at home needs sort. Every now and again we'll go out and take out just to keep it out of the stats for the few bulls that's left on it, and we'll have bulls going in. I actually thought we'd have them in the end of this week, but we're waiting on the last few that's on this last to go to the factory. So it's probably be next week before we get them lads in for finishing. So they'll be the ones we'll be putting on our maize and beet mix that we put into the pit, and see how that goes. See can we finish them off that and a lock of barley when we get barley cut. We're going to the new farm now where we were agitating at the last day. So yesterday when the slurry came in, I was agitating, had to put out a bit just to make space. It'll be another few days before they get back to us to draw in more slurry. But we've enough. The right hand tank, which is one that we had most of it agitated, I'm pretty sure it's fully agitated now. It's still the pig slurry that's in it is nice and watery, so we may pump some from the right tank to the left tank. The left tank is still thick. I have one bay agitated on the passageway side, and on the back end, the back side of the shed, I have the half of it, so about a bay and a half agitated. So we're getting there, but it's probably going to take I'd say the other tank of slurry now mixed into it might actually get it. But anyways, we'll go back up there, we'll empty out that side, and then we'll see what Father Phil wants to do. We're just covering the ground that we cut last to try and have that coming in for the third cut. So whether, yeah, we'll just have wait and see. I see what Father Phil wants to do. He's off shaking grass seed at the minute where they were received. So anyways, we'll go up and we'll go spread. In the field now, you can see that's what I was spreading yesterday evening, and you can see what I spread now. You can see it's thinned out, that's because the tank is separated a little bit. Now that stuff, the tank is not thick but fibrous. The fibers are making it difficult. Where it was difficult last night, it's taking a while for the tank to empty out, and constantly having to switch the master forward and back, try and keep the outlets open. So anyways, green spool, pick it back. My arms start to come down there. We're using the auto steer so I can keep a nice, straight, lovely looking lines. We also, with this tanker, we have the Wholecrop box. So if anyone who watches the farm theory knows that he makes the bits for Wholecrop, this is one of his boxes here. So we can change from arms to master air, extra lights, and then go through how many load we spread, which is why I really use it for 5 load out. And all other stuff that does. It's pretty bloody useful, so it is. So, anyways, one of my arms is stuck. The only issue with this sometimes, the bit of pipe gets stuck on it, and then it won't come out itself. Anyways, ready to go now. So we're putting it out about 2,000 gallons to the acre. So preset B, my preset throttle. I have slurry set up in this, so I have all my flow rates right for the macerator and the pump to work, because this is a hydraulic tanker. So no PTO, it's run on hydraulic pipes. So as you can see, no PTO. So we get to where we're going. Want to press this here, confirm new load, 6 load spread, total of 15,000 gallons out so far. Slow down, pull that, open lollipop, and engage the macerator. And we're spread. It does give out to me for the dirty windows because the camera focuses on the dirt rather than what's outside the window. Now, we are getting to the end of this tank, so I'm expecting this load to be difficult. The fibre generally floats on top, so the last bit of the tanker empty is the hardest bit, and because the tank is separated a little bit, so for me, I don't mind that because it just means I get a little bit more out of it. But the last bit I take out could be a struggle to get back out of the tanker through the dribble bar. So I have to dribble because that's the rules, the law of the land. So it's not too bad. The fibres, it's not thick, so it should disappear by third cut. It's the 1st of August, so in about 6 weeks' time we'll be hoping to cut again. Plan is to just clear everything that's done. This is the last bit that was cut, so this won't be over heavy, but the stuff that was cut when we cut the big field, that there's already a good crop on that, so that should have a great crop and make up for the lighter crops on what was cut this time around. That's why you gotta get about 6 weeks till 6 week turnaround. So you just have to keep turning the macerator just to keep it flowing and let the auto steer do its thing. It will keep me nice straight lines. Follow the line. Follow the line. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So, that's the crack. So dinner, yeah, I spread this out and I'll go home for the dinner. And then I see what Father Phil wants to do. Whether I empty out the other tank. When that tank is empty, empty out the right hand tank, or whether I put the right hand tank into the left hand tank and agitate up again. It just kind of depends on what I was to do. I just see what I was. You might want me to go off on something else and leave Eric or Brendan. No, Brendan is ring rolling the reseed, so he be off the books, but Eric isn't at hand at the minute, so he might send Eric at this and send me off on something else. We'll wait and see anyways. Yeah, not too much more. I'd say another load, 2 will finish this field. Be grand. Then we have the other fields to do. So, about the same again. I'd say about 7 loads should do everything that's left to be done after this. I haven't seen that much slurry spread this year because I've done very, very little of it. Brendan and Eric have done the most of the slurry spreading this year with the tankers. I've somehow managed to be at other things every time I was on. So, it's nice to get back at the slurry. I quite like it, especially this tractor, this setup, all steer, lovely straight lines. Yeah, not a bad job to be at. Dinner's eaten. Some boiled bacon, new spuds and beans for dinner. So we have our own spuds this year. Father Phil's on. I didn't film it. Sliv is mowing the lawn. I didn't film sowing the spuds because it just, well, it was the last time we done it we had Uncle and just didn't feel like it. But we'll hopefully get harvesting with the 7-Eleven, but anyways, they're digging away some of our own spuds. But yeah, no, I had that. Wrong Father Phil, he's on his way back from sowing the grass seed. He picked up a lot of sprays. He's a bit of grass and some of the beet he wants to try and whack it out of it. And I think he's picking up some grassland spray as well for docks and pistons and rushes. So we're just chatting, seeing what we're going to do. So stay at the slurry, or would we just tool up and go to the next customer who's receiving to be done? There's 7 or 8 acres in it. Now just all flat lift, power harrow, disc harrow, all go down and whack it over this evening. Should get done in the evening, but it's just not sprayed off long enough, he doesn't think, and they want to put slurry on it before we go at it. It kind of defeats the purpose of putting slurry on it after the fact. We want on before we flat lift it, just to have one let round the compaction on it, more or less. So yeah, so the decision was we need to stay at the slurry. So rode it late at night last night. He got back at 12:30 from finishing up that bit of harrowing. So he's just going to put on the second tanker there and come on to me. There's probably, I'm trying to think, there was 4 7,000 gallon loads put into that other tank. So there's that to come out. It's 21,000 gallons of slurry. 21 is 10, it's 7 or 8 loads of slurries to spread. So we get that spread, then we're going to tackle our own slotted tank. We'll have to draw water into it, that's what I think. So if I get one of them drawn in water, one of them drawn out slurry, and I'll do that today. And we'll be grand. Brendan's on the way back from finishing the ring rolling on the receipting job we done. So we'll all tool up at slurry and try and get our own slotted tank at home agitated and out. And then all we've got to do is finish up here, but we'll backfill it with pig slurry. We'll try and get as much pig slurry as we can. And just for those of you who are wondering, in Ireland we have nitrates limits, and you can have they keep changing the goalposts, so I'll probably be wrong in saying it, but you have a limit of how much you can produce, and it kind of dictates then how much you can import. Because of the tillage ground we have, it kind of leaves us that we can take in a lot of pig slurry, a lot of slurry in general, organic nitrogen. We can take a lot of it in because of the tillage ground. So we have it grow grass, and we do put on the crops, but primarily we grow grass with it. So that's the crack with that. It is. We've been on, and we go slurry and get more out. Yeah, the rest of this goes slurry. Probably should get the drone. I get one I'm passing. Anyways, keep at it. So bros here now in the 7618 and the other 2500 gallon, as we call it, the new tanker, because it's the newest tanker with the wide wheels and the side glass and the 10.2 meter double bar. I'm using a 9.6 meter double bar, so you definitely notice when you go to the wider dribble bar, you don't have to drive as fast or have slower. You don't have to drive as fast without the slurry. The right amount. That makes sense? You're about 2,000 gallons of a small, narrower dribble bar. You have to drive it now. Arse off. Yeah, head on the edge. Wider, you don't drive as fast. There's Rosie on up the road. Get this out. 7 or 8 load should enter that tank. And we start into the tank. 4 bay, 5 foot deep. It's that tank. And we have been tricking with all winter long. Agitate a bit, take out a bit, agitate a bit, take out a bit. Put in a bit of water, agitate a bit, take out a bit. It's going to be fun. Bro's in the field. Looks like he's having some wiring issues. Don't run into each other. I kind of cocked that up too far, and I'm also empty now. Right. Push a button, push a button, push another button, and we're falling. Yeah, back to the yard. He isn't up there to finish this field off, so our paddock. This field is split in two. So it won't take too long to do it while the two of us are at it. Hold it up. Right, be on. You that field done there, or is there still a bit to do in that?
There's still a bit to do, you finish it.
Okay, next load I'll let you fill before me, because you're filling quicker than I am, so.
You take away my resting time.
I know, I have to keep you moving, Gus. It's got into the evening time. Me and Liv are back from collecting our vehicles from the CVRT, and both of them fail. I need new tyres and Liv needs to change some rusty brake pipes. So me and bro are just heading in. All sorry done, bro?
Yep.
So going at Wholecrop tomorrow, so just getting ready to go. Everything is more or less ready, but Father Phil's not happy with all the skids on the header. We're going in to just take it off, and he's going to just fix it. We'll put the adapter on, and then he's ready to rock tomorrow. And sheets are getting put on the shed, so happy out. Hopefully this time tomorrow they'll be well on at the sheets, and that's why the scaffolding is up. Leaves putting the sheets on, handy. Lovely evening, so it is. So it's all systems are go. Just hang on a second. So me and bro are after taking off the pickup. I should have had the camera, don't ask me, I just didn't have it on. I was actually driving while Father Phil is doing his bit of fabricating over there. So me and bro have been hard at it. So we have the harvester out, we have our Wholecrop header adapter ready to go. Everything is greased and oiled from before we had all that done, but we're just putting it on. So we had to put in this here, so that's a wee tray underneath the feed rollers, so that any grain that would fall between the header and fall before it gets to the drum, that stops it from falling out under the harvester. It goes in there and it'll get sucked up itself eventually. So same to put this on. The easy way of putting on the adapter, just line EirCode up nicely and then we manhandle it in onto it. So that's the only way I've ever known how to do it. I may have to lift the header down. I think I can do it from outside. Anyways, I go put down the camera. Wait. Put down the camera somewhere and we listen to Alfie barking. He's not impressed that I'm working the harvester and it's not Father's fail, but he'll be alright. You'll have to put up with it. No, but you're not bad. Boom in. level. Try that. Right, get the first right there. Remember how to do this? I've done it before. Oh, you have to kind of lift it up. That's right. All the way. The adapter on there now, so just greasing up the shaft before we tie it on with wee plates to clamp the adapter on. Put on the drive shaft, which connects the drive shaft to there, which puts the drive shaft around and up and into the header. So apart from that, you want to clean off the front of it in the morning.
I just dusted off, yeah.
And
just dry grass from a good summer.
that's really it then. She's right. Oh, you have set the mill.
I have to clean the mill, set the mill, and put in the mill.
Right. You want to do that now?
No, I won't do it now. I'll do it tomorrow.
Right.
Just tight, see what I'm at. Have to be set very, very tight.
Yeah.
The grain is very ripe, but 16%.
16.
Yeah, 16 there. It's very small.
Yeah.
It's a very small grain, very hard grain.
Ah, it'd be hard crushed.
But no, I won't. It'll be easy crushed because when it hits it like that,
It'll shatter.
it'll shatter if we have her set right.
Yeah. I shouldn't have any issues there. The worst was when it was too wet then and it'd stick and block and
Block and everything.
yeah.
I'll check that gearbox right in the morning. No, we never did that now. Right.
Right, so you have the air skid ready to go back on anyways.
It's ready, repaired and ready to go. So minor repairs.
So now we're ready to go.
About 20 load.
So it's the plan being cut and be 10.
10.
Yeah.
So
So
cut me 10 or maybe touch before it because we have an appointment at 4.
yeah.
I'll do that.
Oh, that was the iron is greased on it.
That's all right.
All you need is a bit of oil on the chin, and that's really it. We greased everything when we brought it over. So anyways, that's the harvester, more or less ready for whole crop tomorrow. You would it.
What?
You had a WD-40.
I put it back because I took it from Mammy.
When I get my big can, the new can of WD-40, I want to spray that chain and let it soak into it tonight. Go on. Get her there.
Just get the can of chain oil. Or the
It won't soak in enough.
I will if you leave it sitting on it, it'll soak into it.
squirty
Yeah, the squirty lad. Get the squirty lad out of the
Red
shed.
one.
Yes. Mixes oil in it.
I'm allowed to make that work.
So we also have sheets in the shed now. So yeah, all's coming on nicely. Sunflowers are ready to rock, but we're just not ready. So fingers crossed this day next week we'll be ready to rock. At the sunflowers anyway. So yeah, that's really it. Look, I don't know so much more to say. Shush up, dogs. It is video finished. So look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or anything like that, as always, leave them in the comments down below. We'll try and get back to you. And yeah, if you're looking for whole crop cut, give us a shout. He's mad for acres.
You have to draw it yourself, though.
Huh?
You have to draw it yourself, though.
No? Well, you'll draw it. You're not going anywhere. College doesn't start till mid-September.
I think he's working at the start today.
Anyways, we're going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoy it. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Wednesday and Sunday. We'll try and get used to them. That's it from us.
Good luck.